What's going on, everybody? Looking forward to this one, being back on the stream. Haven't been on for a few days, so looking forward to talking about the squad. And also, we are getting closer and closer to Miami against Notre Dame. College football on today. We can talk about your thoughts on what you saw today. High school football also got going this weekend. Watched a little bit stuff today. The Aquinas game, the STA game. Watched that. Checked out the other games as well. Paid attention to K-State, Iowa State, also the KU game, and then right now we got a ACC team on right now, Stanford and Hawaii. Bring up this score real quick on that one. So yeah, Stanford's they just scored a touchdown here. They were inside the 10. I've been following it here. They just scored a touchdown to go up 20-17. So good to see there. They got a local product. He's been there a little bit. Cedric Irvin. I was just kind of always been paying attention to him coming up. But he's got 10 carries for 46 yards. Wasn't ultra productive last season. So good to see. He's second on the team in rushing right now. But yeah, good to see Stanford kind of getting a lead here. I'll keep you updated on that one. And we can talk about that. Any of the other games. Western Kentucky and Sam Houston are also on. The UNLV kind of started slow. They came back and won. So yeah, we could talk about anything you guys want to talk about. As far as the squad goes, okay, so I've been grinding things out. Haven't been on in a few days. The Inez Cooper card is still the one we're going to go after. I got 53 packs, and we're going to go through a bunch of pack openings. I'll do a little bit of gameplay with the challenges to kind of wrap it up. But this is what we're hoping for. The Inez Cooper card in 88, the Mainstays card, it got released. So that's the big one that we're looking to get. Also, just a heads up, for Sunday, the alumni packs are going to be released. EA released that, Palomalu, as well as these two other cards. And I think there'll be more than that, but these are the ones that got released. So these will be released on Sunday, the alumni volume 7, as we keep that thing moving here. Looking at the squad, this is what we've got. Do appreciate everybody popping in here. So this is what we're looking at. Again, if we get Inez Cooper, slot him in at right guard, we feel really good about the offensive line right now. But we can move DJ Campbell over to left guard. I was already looking if we did get him. Campbell drops down to an 85. I think he would get the 86 boost there. So his awareness goes down just a couple points. So I would still do that move. So this is what the offense looks like. You're seeing a lot of increases. So I use a strategy item to boost awareness for everybody +2.
Beware of the dog sign.
And then also,
what about that fake camera?
Take the ad off. Also with the theme team, kind of starting to build that out with Miami. Right now at 15. And, open up all these packs. I'd like to add some more guys. The Cooper would be good. But then kind of the next tier is that acceleration. That'd be a big boost if we got to 20 players. And so what I did was, to kind of fill you in, I've got the main guys that can play. So Beck is in there. Obviously, anytime you get a Miami guy, it counts. So I got Fletcher in there. He's a counter as well. On defense, I added... These are guys that haven't been in starting roles for us, but just to get Justin Scott in there as a backup role, same way with O'Connor, we've got better guys than these two right now. But just for the counters of the theme team, getting them in there, Hayden Lowe, that's a good one as well, getting that boost. Devin's been a starter, so we've had him there. So then, yeah, you're seeing Torrey as well. And then Dylan Day sneaking in, even though he's only 71. So those are the big ones to kind of help. But also was able to flip team chemistry. I did it with Glenn Dorsey, just two guys right now. Glenn Dorsey, and I did that because I think Dorsey, he's one of the top 2 or 3 defensive tackles right now. And I think he's just going to stay as one of our top guys for a while. So I went ahead and boosted him, flipped him to Miami chemistry. It's the same way with AJ Green. So looking at our receivers, I think it's going to take a while before AJ Green slots down outside the top 3, really. So I think that's going to be a good card for us for a while. Well, let's get into some pack openings. Kane's Cats, what's going on? Hopefully you had a good day. Just talking about watching games, high school games, college football games, and obviously the Miami Notre Dame game's coming up real soon. But yeah, we've got all kinds of packs to open up. Looking for the Inez Cooper. We'll get into these ones kind of real quick. Let's start with the name of the games. We'll get into those. But I do want to show you this. I've loaded up. I got 15 lockers, the small lockers, which open on August 29th. So I definitely would like to do a stream. Then to kind of open up the lockers. And then we got, I think two of the mediums right now. Let's just start opening these things up. And also, so training, kind of racking that up, we could also do the Mainstays 88 plus pack as well to try to get that Inez Cooper card. Right now he's going for, let's show you real quick. We'll go back to pack. I'm always checking the auctions on him, and I thought I was going to get him the other day. Thought I was going to be able to snipe him. They had like a low, you don't see it very often, but actual a low starting point. I think it was like 70,000, and then to buy it now was around 160. So there's a bunch of people bidding on it, and it went for about 140, and I passed on them. Right now there's just the one Cooper card, but I've been looking, they go for about 175 roughly is what it's been kind of going at. Let's see what this card hasn't been sold yet, but in general that's kind of where it's at. And they're not the LTD, so you don't get the 250 back, 250,000 coins. You get training back. So if we bought them, if we had to buy them, yeah, 3,400 training, which is about, kind of figuring it out, about halfway there to the packs. Were about 5,100 right now. So just kind of thinking about that, but Cooper would be a guy that we'd keep in the lineup. All right, let's get back to packs. Just wanted to show you that real quick and kind of just see. I was noticing too, the Shockey card is starting to come down a little bit. Same way with Sap. As cards get added, these two are coming down. I don't have them on the squad. I'd like to add them. They'd be boost as well as we kind of build the theme team out. The Burt Auburn card is kind of one I'm eyeing. It's going for about 25, 30,000. Keeps getting listed at that, but there's not been a lot of listings, which makes me eager to kind of do that. Yeah, this one right now is at 29. But yeah, let's get more into these packs. We'll start with these kind of basic packs. I'm not expecting anything big from these. That's not a bad card for B&D there. That's not going to help the squad. We got, well, our base Gronk card. Let's hold on to him. But the Gronk card's an 85 and it gets the boosted up. So I'm curious, that actually might be better, but we'll see. If not, we'll just quick sell him for training. So this one isn't going to help us there. 133 training, we will take that. These are easy packs to get. Even though they're B&D, we'll take the training. So Rising Star, we get a couple. Yep, same thing. Those guys wouldn't make the lineup. Just looking at it, so Stanford's still up 20-17. It's 4th down for Hawaii. So we get a champion card there, Gentle Hunt. That's good. I think it was the Gentle Hunt. Definitely was an 85. Pick that up in the daily packs, which you hardly ever get anything good out of that. These are great pickups for training. So we are off to a good start here, even though it's not helping the squad for the lineup. Just to be able to get these. these training. All right, here we go. An 87 Daryl Jackson. I wonder how you guys feel about this card here. What do we do with it? But yeah, that's one of the best defensive tackles in the game. We'll go ahead and quick sell that. And I do want to check the defensive tackles because it's kind of crazy. I think we had 3 of the top 15 cards just at defensive tackle, and then Jackson now goes into that. All right, let's check the catalog here. So these are all the defensive tackle cards that you could possibly get. Kane's Cats, yeah, business is business. If he helps, he helps. Yeah, I'd be a starter because these are the top defensive tackle cards in the game right now. So we already have Dorsey and we just picked up the Jackson. So we'd have 2 of the top 4 in the game. So that'd be a big deal. And because it's B&D, it would only help for training. If it had to do with just a straight up card that we could sell and get coins, that makes it a lot easier to go ahead and get rid of them. So there's the top 6, there's the top 12, and then we have the Eason card. So that's number 14, 15, 16, 17, and then we have the Keenan one. So we have 4 of the top 18 defensive tackles. Yeah, these are starting to get more into base cards. So yeah, that's pretty crazy to have the top, like 2, that's like literally, the combo is not much better than what we just picked up here. Again, that was just, doing no money spent on this game. These are just kind of grinding out. And that one in particular is just playing the name of the game events right here. Blank slate. They're pretty easy to get through. Those ones are 3-minute quarters. But yeah, let's keep it going. Let's open up some. I wasn't expecting anything from these packs. We got one more of these. That Zane Durant card, if you guys are just starting out, that's a good one if those are the level of players you guys are at. But that Durant 83 is nice to have. We're using him. I was using him kind of early on. These will be fun. The 6 rare fantasy packs. Hoping some good stuff out of here. Blue, what's going on? Yeah, I was just checking that. Yeah, no doubt. Stanford's in a dogfight with Hawaii. I'll bring it up here again. There it is. I don't know if you guys can see it. So yeah, so Stanford's up 20-17 with the ball on the Hawaii 24 with 6.5 minutes to go. Not a huge passing game for either team. So Stanford 109 passing yards, Hawaii 123. I don't know why it flips to black on the stream. It's white on my screen. It's probably hard to see, but yeah, 20-17. At least you can see the score. I'll kind of leave that up. We'll kind of keep going back to it. Blue, have you been watching it? I haven't had a chance. I watched some of it, but then I wanted to get on this, and I'll kind of look more at it. Let's go ahead and do this one. So it's just an 84 overall. Probably not going to help the squad. Tiki Barber, we have that as an 86 already. But yeah, if we can get Martellus Bennett, he's one of those guys I remember with Miami during like a long time ago, just the recruitment of him. He was on the squad for a little bit, right? We gave him 5 seconds for the 195 training. Appreciate the contributions there. So these are 84 pluses, so those are possible. Always looking for the pluses. Gonna do a couple of Twitch packs here. So I touched on, I got an 85 card out of the daily pack, and then the other day on the Twitch pack, I got an 81 Wingo card from Texas, which I think I need to list right now. I don't think we've sold it. So we might be able to get something in here. He went for nearly 3,000 coins. The center cards are kind of a sneaky, nice addition, but again, these are just free cards, free packs for just linking your Twitch account, kind of watching 30 minutes. Inked, what's going on? Welcome back. Appreciate you jumping on here again. Is Florida high school football really this bad this year? Yeah, they've had some high profile games for sure. I wouldn't say it's bad. There's still a lot of good teams here. I think that in preseason, just watching that ESPN game, 4 of the top 10 are from South Florida. Blue watching the games today. So many turnovers and mistakes. Hope the Miami Notre Dame game is clean. I assume, Blue, you're talking about the college games. But yeah, I think that's the thing people kind of forget sometimes about game one, especially when you're playing a good team. It's kind of what makes last year's Miami win at Florida rare. You just don't typically see that kind of, we'll do another Twitch pack, just that kind of success out of the gate like that. And a lot of coaches always talk about game 1 to game 2. It's a little bit different for Miami with their second opponent, but these are good. We're going to take this is another one. See if we can get some coins. Yeah, look at this. If we could get, 40, this is big time.
Lowe's has the Labor Day deals you need to give your
we can
home
get
a new
40.
look.
Let's
Buy
try.
one, get one free. Select interior
we can do
paint
this.
via Visa gift card rebate. Then add the final touch.
This will probably just be a quick sell. Yeah. Let's get that. Let me make sure I don't have any cards I can. I don't think I sold the Wingo card. I need to go through a lot of these 83s and 84s down here and flip them for training, because they're a lot of these guys aren't even on the 2 deep. I just haven't gone through them yet. There's the Wingo card. It was going for about 15,000. Yeah, 14. If you guys are looking for a receiver, you can pick up the Wingo card here. Yeah, okay. You can't win without a QB. Yeah, no doubt. Iowa State, K-State. Yeah, I watched that game for sure. The K-State, always paying attention to that program. Iowa State, obviously, with what they did last year. And Miami playing them with Beck and Avery Johnson. Those are 2 of the better quarterbacks. But they were slot. I think that game out there in Ireland, that's just a tough. That's just like a tough setting. And the conditions didn't look great either. Oh, that's a huge difference. 84. So went for 8,400, but then down to 5 earlier today. And the Seminole here, we gotta see if we get anything out of him. He went for 8 earlier today, just an hour ago. See if we can get 8 out of him then. There's tons of teams down here that have better quarterbacks, and throwing the 9th grade against the #1 team in the nation. Yeah, I mean it's a tough deal for sure. They were trying to. I mean, I know they were rotating guys in. The D-Ed versus the O-Line is no match. It's like playing on Rookie and Madden. You see Avery Johnson's dad went over getting a fight after the game. I didn't see that, Blue. Hopefully it wasn't bad. I hate seeing that kind of stuff for fans. Oh, you know what? We need to get rid of these coins. We need to sell these coins here. Been waiting to do it all at once. Let's see what we have here. Whoops. Don't want to get rid of those. So yeah, we're picking up 19,000 coins here. So to flip I was looking at Xavier Scott. If I want to flip another guy or Shelby to Miami team chemistry, it's 25,000 coins. So picking up 19 right there is helpful if I want to do that. Let's do one more Twitch pack here. We've been on a hot roll though. Hot streak. There's a K-State guy, speaking of Wildcats. But we're gonna have to, I'm sure these are like 500. Yeah. All right, let's get into this. See if we can get an S Cooper. We'll do it on the 83 plus, the BNDs. See if we can get it. He is a mainstay player. So didn't get one there. But either way, if we're getting 133 training each time, we'll take it. John Love. If that was a regular card, you can get, I'd probably be able to get 20, 30,000 for that. Not bad in 85. You get 195 out of this one, or 280. We'll take that for sure. Got two more here. Mark Fletcher, there we go. We are going to be able to, we'll keep that, and then we'll try to sell the Fletcher card. We'll just kind of swap them out. Because we have a Fletcher. That's actually good for us here. Here we go. Inez. Stanquan Clark. That's a big time card for our squad. Local guy for sure. Even though he's at Louisville, that's a good one for us. Let me get the, we already just sold. I always forget, but we just, that might have been on the Mike linebacker, the linebacker Thompson from FSU, because it was 8,000 listed, and then with the fees, that might have been. So we'll take that. Let me flip this Fletcher in for the other Fletcher. Alright, we need to, so we gotta take out this one first. Hawaii tied it up 20, 22 minutes left. So Stanford's got the ball, their own 28. Yeah, so he's been going down. So I got him for 37. I got him for 34. But his price has been going down. We're just going to try to break even on it. Actually, let's can we get 35? What did I do wrong here? I must have typed it in wrong. All right, let's do this season 2 alumni 84 plus here. A couple of these. Carlos Dansby. I wish it was the higher one. Our will linebacker. I think Stanquan was a will. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Oh, I keep doing that. That's good too. The weak side linebacker was one of our weaker points. So right now it's still this strong safety, 85. Go ahead and put Jackson in there. So what do we got? So Hawaii got the ball back. 117 left. They've got the ball at their own 34. 117 left. Still tied 20-20. Stanford really needs to win this. They might only win 3 games this year. Yeah, for sure, Blue. Especially like out of the gate. Just some positive energy. And they had the lead. They had that touchdown in the 4th quarter. Also had that early lead as well. So they probably are feeling like... I'm just looking at 109 passing yards. Ford went over 100 yards though. But just the momentum of a win early.
Lowe's knows how to get you Labor Day deals on appliances you trust. Get up to 40% off select LG major appliances. Plus, get up to an additional 20% off when you buy more.
We'll mess with that
like
later.
LG smart laundry sets with built-in
hold on.
intelligence
Why
that
is
gets
it-
smarter with every load. Shop LG, America's most reliable line of home appliances today. Based on independent reliability surveys 2021 through 24 on select major appliances. See an associate for more details. Selection varies by location while supplies last. Exclusions apply. Offer ends.
So Hawaii's now at the Stanford 45, 48 seconds left. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Okay. Blue, what'd you think of the Iowa State K-State game? Any takeaways from it? Anything that stood out to you other than it was a little sloppy? Let's do one of these rare fantasy packs. Hopefully we can get something good here. We could have picked two. All right. Caleb Downs, free safety. We might hang on to that one. 85 speed. It's a blue card, but I mean, that's one of the better ones. Oh, man. Let's do another rare pack here, fantasy. Like Mike Campbell, I think he's a really solid coach. His adjustments and decision making was impressive. Yeah, I think the decisions in that game, an 85 punter. We have Dylan Joyce, but that would have been a good card. Yeah, I mean Campbell's just a good coach. They had said it on the broadcast too of just how he's been pursued over the years. Let's switch gears a little bit. We'll do one more Twitch pack to get it to leave 5 left. I am going to use training. I'm going to buy one of those 88 plus packs. Hopefully we can get a Cooper card there. Again, a center, a solid or decent rating. Get a few thousand maybe. He's only going for 1,500. I mean, we'll try it. All right, let's try this 83 plus here, the Walk On Wonders reward pack. Three seconds left. 3rd and 9 from the Stanford 20. They're going to kick a field goal here. Hawaii about to have a walk-off win, kicking from 38. Yeah, Stanford led 10-0. And then they led again 20-17. Stanford also was up 13-17. Yeah, this would be a tough one to lose. Not a good look for the ACC. I don't think it matters. I mean, Stanford's up. Yeah, they did. Hawaii won 23-20. Stanford's not one of the top teams in the ACC. I don't think it makes a big difference. All right, let's do this college kickoff 84 plus reward pack. I like the artwork on these cards. And we get a guy, we might... No, I don't think we already have that. But that's not going to do anything for us. All right, let's finish off these Twitch packs here. That Mark Fletcher card that we pulled is like one of the, I think it's the only, there's a Hawaii quarterback, Caleb Freeman, who did not play in the game tonight. Any chance he's, yeah, no. Here we go, another center. Hopefully we can flip here. Yeah, 8,000. We'll take that for sure.
Save big this Labor Day at Lowe's. Right now, get up to 40% off select Whirlpool appliances. Plus, get an additional 20% off select Whirlpool kitchen appliances. with innovations that help you take on every load, meal, and moment.
Appreciate everybody
Shop
jumping on
affordable
here.
appliances that keep
Yeah,
the
just
day
kind of
moving.
building the squad. If you're
Save
just
during
jumping
Labor
on,
Day at Lowe's.
opening.
Valid through
It's
9/10.
been,
Selection varies by location. Savings vary based on purchase amount. See
I think
Lowe's.com
we had
for
over
details.
definitely opened a lot of packs here.
Hi, I'm Kristen Bell, and if you know my
Picked up a
husband
good
Dax,
couple
then you
cars.
also
We'll look
know
at the
he
lineup
loves
here
shopping for
and
a
kind of
car.
just grinding
Selling
away
a
these
car?
challenges.
Not so
Gonna
much.
work on
We're
head to
really
head
doing this,
next.
huh?
Thankfully, Carvana makes it easy. Answer a few questions, put in your VIN or license, and done.
All these
We
Twitch
sold
tokens,
ours in
we're
minutes
looking at
this
getting that
morning,
88
and they'll
plus
come
is
pick
the
it up
goal.
and pay us this afternoon.
72 punter. I
Bye-bye,
already have
Truckee.
one of those.
Of course, we kept the
And we
favorite.
can't. He's just not selling.
Hello, other truckie.
Sell your car with Carvana today. Terms and conditions apply.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna bother. We'll take the training here. So we just sold. Yep, there we go. We'll take that. Take the coins from that auction. Yeah, those Fletcher cards are. We're gonna hopefully get 35 out of it. There's not as many though. Just the one Cooper card, 197. It's tough, really. We're gonna try to do. We'll do that 88 plus pack here on training. A Shockey 291, Sap down to 280. Yeah, let's go ahead and open that pack, the training pack. We'll go ahead and do that. And then I'll knock out these challenges as well here. The mainstays. That's what we're looking for, that Inez Cooper. We'll look at the other ones real quick too to see who else we'd like to get 88 plus. This is a good pack as well. I haven't gotten it. I just keep hearing that this is a good one to get to. The college kickoff. No, it was alumni at 64. They keep changing the amounts, but yeah, 51 on the mainstay. Let's go ahead and look at who else we'd be happy to get here. So yeah, these are the 18 cards available that we're going to get one of these guys because it's an 88 plus card. We don't need a running back. We got Jam Miller, a wide receiver, 88 speed with Roberts at 6'4". Be a little bit of an upgrade. That left edge. We need the right edge. Our right edge is the low one right now. I think that's right. Hunter would be great. Cordell Stewart. We got Beck in there, and then Kirk Francis, who's an 88. But yeah, the Stewart with the speed would be fun. To play either of these two guys would be great. Talib would be great at corner. Same way with Stamps. These are just upgrades. I'd take any of these safeties here. We don't need a left tackle. We still want the Cooper. So there's a lot of cards I'd be happy with getting. I definitely want to look at the left guard. That would be an upgrade. We have an 85 right now. The Drew Aller card. The back. What's the speed on these two? 80 and 81. I'd prefer more mobility. Yeah, either of these safeties. Let's look at, so yeah, the Joseph, the right edge, and more the left edge. Yeah, our left edge is the one that needs to be improved. Curry's been on our team for a while. He's been good, but yeah, just kind of at that point, we need to start getting 87, 88s, kind of upgrade there. And then our right edge, we're happy. We don't really need the other one there. Shelby's been good. Pass rushing has been good. Finesse move 87. Improving the power in there. Okay, let's go ahead and open this pack, this 88 plus pack here. Looking for the Nez Cooper, but there's a lot of guys, over half of them I'd be happy with getting. All right, here we go. We need some good luck here. Inez Cooper, are you kidding me? That's great. That's what we were looking for. We get the Inez Cooper card. Shout out to all the stream. Everybody showing your support. We pulled it off. Really surprised to be able to get that card. So that's awesome. That's gonna be good. Really good night of pulling cards. But the very last pack that we're using here. So let's get him in the lineup. Like I said, we'll put him in a spot at right guard, and we'll move Campbell over. And then we're getting closer to that. We're getting to that. That puts us at 16 on the theme team. We'll get Campbell here. So yeah, because he's out of position, he drops a little bit, but his attributes are good. The awareness goes down a little bit. We'll shift him down. But he's still the better player. But yeah, so Inez gets the boost up to an 89 with that awareness strategy item we have. We're up to 17. There. We also did flip. Malman also has a Miami boost as well. So yeah, we'll have to figure out. We got to get to 20 somehow. I'd like to save the coins, but yeah. So yeah, our offensive line is looking really good. I got the Bowery card free there. Campbell's been on the team for a while. Malman pulled recently. But yeah. And again, Campbell's attributes are more like an 88, even though the awareness is down out of position. Gronk is starting to kind of be one of our lower guys. The fullback is just for rating. Don't use him. Perry and Green have still been great. Really tall receivers. Good speeds. 6'5" with 87 speed, and then 6'4". And both of them are good. And Anderson's been great too. If you guys are just starting out, Anderson's kind of a sleeper guy that I would go after. He starts as an 85, but he's been really good for the squad. We're still sitting at 86 overall. I wonder if we put Beck here, or if we put Francis here. So yeah, that officially makes us an 87 overall squad, getting the Cooper card there. What's crazy is we still have enough training for another 88 pack. Just kind of recapping it, just for tonight, the 87. It still counts as 87 overall, but we'll keep Beck in here. So we picked up to add to the squad. We got Cooper tonight. We got the Fletcher. We had Fletcher before, but we're able to auction him off there. And then on defense, the big one was Daryl Jackson. So now we have 2 of the top 4 defensive tackles in the game. We improve at will linebacker with Stanquan Clark. Our starter there was one of the lowest defensive starters we had, so that's good. So we get basically, 2 defensive starters, and then the offensive with Cooper. But Cooper's the big one. That's awesome. So yeah, we're gonna knock out these challenges, and we'll kind of wrap up here. End on that positive note with the packs. So win the game, don't score or score a touchdown in 6 plays, and don't allow a touchdown. So it looks like we got to be Ohio State here. So we got to play this out. So basically, we have to score a touchdown in 6 plays. Play number 2. Kind of looking for Anderson and Perry. I feel like the linebackers are going to drop. Play number 3 there. Oh, that was a wrong read there. I had the slant over the middle. I hit the wrong button. All right, here we go. So this is
what makes Florida so special? Maybe it's building sandcastles
play
and then
5
seeing the most iconic castle. Or it could be all the parties, like
6.
festivals throughout the year at Epcot. Honestly, it's probably the fact that now, for
I wouldn't mind hitting Gronk here, but I'm gonna look for Anderson or Green on the progressions. There we go. I think that was play 6.
and thrives.
Your Wi-Fi reaches all the way to the playhouse?
We're good Galionaires. It reaches everywhere.
Can I check it out?
Sorry, booked solid. But the treehouse just opened up.
Live like
See
a
how
big
this
deal, dude.
defensive line, the
AT&T
defensive
Fiber with
tackles
all
look
five.
here.
Even your playhouse turned
With
rental
Jackson
company.
and
AT&T extended
Let's have
Wi-Fi coverage
Stan
service plan
Kwan
required.
here.
Limited availability. Visit att.com/allfi to check eligibility.
Machado, our linebacker, in good coverage there. Got that user pick. We'll take that. They have timeouts. Let's just get out of here. That was good. Who do you got winning the Heisman and national title this year? Blue. That is a lot right there on both of those. I don't have a pick right now, but definitely those teams at the top. I mean, with what they have, it's such also. This was what is also different now. With the conferences getting boosted up with their teams, so the schedule becomes tougher, and then the playoff makes it difficult. Who do you got, Blue? I think it's definitely a fair question too. I should have a better answer with that. Call an offensive hot route twice, bullet pass, score 8 points. Here's a look at the top 25. And I've been meaning to bring this up. Kind of get your thoughts on. Yeah, Carson Beck in Miami. Yeah, simple answer. But yeah, I want to get kind of your guys' thoughts on the top 25. Wonder if I could put this over here. Is it going to be distracting? It is kind of in the way, huh? But anyways, yeah. I mean, just looking at those teams at the top. Let's do a hot route here. Just get the ball to Perry on a bullet pass real quick. Start this off. Plus, I had the AP, the top 25. Hold on. What? I hate doing this. I need 2 bullet passes. All right. But yeah, I'll try to go to the right as well. I'll do the same play, kind of hot route and go to the right side so you can see the top 25. I don't know if he's going to score on this one. Actually, let's do it with Gronk. Let's get him out of there. I will say, yeah, the Texas, obviously. One thing I remember hearing, so now we just got to score. It's usually tough to take that big jump from season to season. So for example, a team like Miami that didn't make the playoffs, can they make that big jump into the playoffs, going on a hot streak, the whole thing? I think that's difficult to do. We're going to Anderson here, probably. Yeah. But yeah, Texas will be interesting for sure. Everyone wants to see Manning and how that plays out. But yeah, there's early season stuff. But remember last year with Oregon and Ohio State and how that played out. I mean, but you got to figure Ohio State be in the mix once again. Just kind of, this is what's interesting with Miami too. Or from a Miami perspective, with Clemson is Clemson's the biggest betting favorite to win the conference of any other conference leader. If that makes sense. So I would think if people are betting national, they would look at that of like, okay, they should win their conference. But obviously Miami wants to spoil that party. Got a feeling Texas rolls Ohio State. It's hard to repeat. Lost a lot of senior leadership. Yeah, it's a different identity. Looking at the other teams to talk about here. Yeah, Georgia, obviously, with what they're trying to do. Get back to that. It just definitely feels like, Blue, when I said it earlier, it just definitely feels like now with like the conferences, like I said, oh, this is weird. I wasn't even paying attention. What challenges am I? Oh, it's still that? I was not even paying attention when we scored. I just kicked it. We needed 8 points. I was just kicking an extra point for no reason. We should have went for 2. All right, that's all right. We'll go get something here. Just, I feel like it's a lot more about kind of that steam, like kind of get momentum throughout the season. Again, that playoff run, 3 or 4 playoff games it might take, you know, it just, there's definitely a momentum factor, kind of like the NFL, you know, just once you get in the playoffs and kind of momentum wise and getting in, which is different than what we've seen. Sometimes you might only have a couple tough games in a season. Just glad football's back. Yeah, definitely. I think once NFL preseason gets going, I think that kind of gets, because now you're starting to see games. That was terrible. Oh, no, it's 4th and 5. What am I doing? It's going to be the longest challenge. I can't believe I just kicked the extra point. Oh my goodness. That was an awful drive. I don't think the design of this challenge was to take 3 drives. Yeah, and then obviously this weekend high school football gets going, college football. Now finally the Miami game, we're starting to get just a week away. All right, we're going to have to definitely put together a drive here. I don't want to replay this challenge. We're at 33. See if we can end it on this. What are the safeties doing? Should have just done that from the beginning. We need it anyways. Good to get out of here with this one. By the way, just a little UM update. We do not have an update on when the press conference is for this week. I'd asked before, and I say that because usually it's on Monday with the coaches, but because the game is on Sunday, sometimes, you know, there's a chance that they want to keep things the same amount of days in between before the game. So it could be Tuesday. So when I asked, I was going to be Monday or Tuesday. They didn't have an answer. So still don't know that. Probably find that out Sunday night. 10 yards in 2 plays. We can do that. Need a field goal on this drive. 40-yard field goal. All right. But we got to get these runs. But yeah, and then the plan would be coordinators and Cristobal on the press conference in person, and then it'd be Zoom interviews with the players. I assume that's how they're going to do it again this year. That's how it's been. But yeah, looking forward, we didn't have any access this week for interviews. So looking forward to talking to the players and coaches and being able to write, you know, get their perspective on the game. We got 9. I like doing the inside zone runs. They're kind of a sneaky good, especially with the offensive line when you have a good offensive line. But I feel like I almost messed it up. But I like doing the option runs. They're kind of more of a safer run to make sure you get it. But the inside zone, if you get good blocking, you can really get some good yards out of it. By the way, this is interesting. So we've done 3 of these challenges. The first game we were Ohio State, and now here in this third game we're Notre Dame. I feel like people are gonna tune out here. Why am I playing as Notre Dame? And why did
Lowe's knows how to help you save.
we gotta do it again?
This Labor Day, get up to 40%
quarter
off
one.
select Whirlpool laundry
Ran out.
appliances. Plus, get an additional 20% off select Whirlpool laundry pairs that were made to match with complimentary
Man,
features
I am not
and
locked in at
styles.
all.
Save on Whirlpool laundry that was made to keep the day moving. This Labor
All
Day
right.
at Lowe's. Valid through 9/10. Selection varies by location. Savings vary based on purchase amount. See Lowe's.com for details.
I'll try this again.
Buying
Need
a
the
car in
first down
Carvana
here.
was so easy. I was able to
I see that.
finance
I'm paying
it through
attention to
them.
the time as well.
Wait, you mean finance?
Yeah, finance. Got pre-qualified for a Carvana auto loan, entered my terms, and shot from thousands of great car options, all within my budget.
That's cool, but financing through Carvana was so easy.
Financed. Done.
So
And I get to pick up
40-yard
my car from their
field
Carvana
goal.
vending
We need to
machine
get to the.
tomorrow.
Financed.
Right.
Oh,
That's
I did
easy.
not get out
You
of
can spend
bounds.
time trying to pronounce financing, or you can actually finance
Call
and buy your
timeout
car
after
today
this play.
on
Carvana.
financing subject to credit approval. Additional terms and conditions may apply.
Introducing the perfect playlist to remix your morning routine. AG1's clinically backed formula is now flavor packed with
Let me
3
get
new
to the
delicious
22.
flavors: tropical, berry,
We can't get
and
closer
citrus.
than a 22
Start
because
the
it
day
has
on
to
a
be a
high note with
40-yard field goal.
probiotics that taste like the tropics. Mix it up with micronutrients that taste like berry or citrus. And take it all the way back with the classic AG1 Original with notes of pineapple and vanilla. Do your health a flavor.
We're at the 24.
or
We're at the
with
middle of the field. We're
AG1
kicking it
Next Gen,
here.
the daily health drink. Learn more at drinkag1.com.
We will take it. It took a little longer than I would have liked. But that's going to do it. We finished these challenges. I'll kind of show you an update there. We are caught up on all of the challenges. So we pick that up. We'll open that. No, we're going to leave it. We're going to save it. We're going to end on the Cooper. That's a great way to end our packs. So yeah, we wrap these up. caught up on all of them except for the tower. So we got all those done. Our field pass, we're level 26, which is the highest level you can be at this point in terms of what's available. Just by playing out the challenges, and that's without doing, I don't level up, so I don't pay to level up. But yeah, all these are done. We're caught up on everything. What do we got next? We're at level 20. So level 27 will give us some trophies. And then a team pack. So that's nothing in particular, nothing great. But yeah, want to appreciate everybody. I'm going to wrap this up. Thanks for jumping in here. Blue, appreciate you jumping in here, providing some context and some chat. Interesting questions for sure. Yeah, so like I said, Miami interviews coming up. We'll definitely post that. Will it be ACC refs for the Indy? I'm not sure. I assume so. But I'm not sure how that'll work. I don't pay too much attention to that, but if I find out, I'll definitely let you know, Blue. But yeah, we got the Inez Cooper card somehow. We pulled it, so that was great. That's exactly what we were looking for. Opened a bunch of packs, got some starters. Squad's looking good. We go up to an 87 overall. Chance to get 20. Team theme now. Theme team, we can get that up to a 20. We're getting close to that. We're at 17 now, but I can kind of get that to a 20 if I pick up a few guys. So yeah, the coin count, we're kind of growing that back up once again after we spent a lot on the Carson Beck card and the AJ Green card. So appreciate it. Thanks again. Have a good night. Take care.